just a day off for, I mean,
Yeah, I was thinking about it, tonight or tomorrow. And this is a guy that a lot of people have trouble with, but Med's had a tough time. I just thought, you know what, Arias is a pretty good fastball hitter. Let's go ahead and flip it up where we can play Med tomorrow, and we could have him off the bench tonight.
Same with Miles, just a bit.
Yeah, and he hit that ball off his calf last night, so I know he's a little sore. But again, it's just a guy who's kind of had a tough time with, and I don't want Gonzi sitting like 3-4 games in a row. So I just figured we'd play them tomorrow.
How have you thought Arias and Brennan have kind of dealt with being a little different coming off the bench? But how have you felt they dealt with it?
I think they have handled themselves beyond their years. By that, I mean, a lot of times with young guys, what'll happen is they're mad they're not playing, and they sit down there and they're mad. So you got to go get them when it's time to get them in the game. But with Arias, with Brendan, they're always ready. I'll look up and they're moving, and they've done a really good job. It's not an easy job. It's not an easy life, but they stay ready, and we appreciate that. And I think it's kind of beyond their years.
Do you think there's anyone that's helped them? Do you think, coach? Like, I don't, just because there's not a lot of veterans.
I spent some time with Will this spring just because I was young and kind of in that spot too. But you don't want to overcoach. I think you just, you'll watch and see what they're doing. And as long as they're trying to stay ready, and Sarby will take Arias out early. He hit him some balls at third yesterday. He told me he's probably going to play short today, so he moved him over there. Will went out and took some balls off the fungo, off the tee the other day. So they stay pretty busy. Our guys stay on them pretty good.
Menez I know part of this is related to the other players in the lineup, but he's bounced all over the place in the lineup. Just is he someone, because the splits are usually pretty even, is he someone you could just feel like you could put anywhere?
That's kind of, yeah. If the way we're set up, they got Peralta down there that you can bet are going to come in this game. And because he handles himself against both right and left, and Quan the same thing, I think that's why we did that.
How nice is it to have a guy like that you can put in almost any spot? I don't want to compare him to Hosey, but you did that.
No, but it helps. It's the same thing like in a bullpen. If you have a guy you kind of bounce around, it helps. If it doesn't bother him and it helps your lineup, it allows you to keep everybody else kind of in place.
When you're looking at the pitching rotation and you kind of get these early injuries that linger, guys like Tristan McKenzie have to take some time. How do you, as a leader of them, kind of keep them patient while maintaining that different rotation and handling it yourself?
Well, we sit and talk to them and explain things to them with the medical people. And if you have a perfect balance, it's probably trust in the medical people, but also pushing to get better. And that's kind of a fine line. I think Tristan's really handled it well. He keeps pushing. And then when the trainers say, he's like, okay. Like today, he went out and played catch today for the first time. It was only, I think, 40 feet and it was 20 throws, but he's doing a really good job. And because of that, he's going to give himself the best chance to come back the healthiest he can be and the most productive.
I don't know if you heard James Karinchak's post game last night. Probably not. But, he was asked about the pitch clock going off the first time and said, I just moved to the next pitch. How fun is it as a manager or a leader to watch guys kind of mature in front of your eyes and deal with things differently, not just on the field, but off the field as well?
Yeah, that part's, and with younger teams, you see it more because they're younger and they're growing into them, who they are. I think he could be mature without setting off the pitch clock. I don't think he has to set the pitch clock off to show his maturity, but he does handle things way better.
Do you keep the Naylor helmet nearby when James comes off the mound?
You know what? It's funny because I know there's times I'm probably showing my age and, I think, okay, maybe we should tone it down. But I actually felt like doing it too when he got through that. I'm like, it's pretty exciting. I want them to enjoy the game. And, I think, and again, this is just my feeling, but when it's just pure joy, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think sometimes if you're looking for attention, sometimes you get it. But I just thought he was really excited. I was too. I mean, when he hugs the catcher, that to me, like, speaks volumes. Like, you know, it's not just about him. He was just really excited that we got him out.
Injured
Yeah,
guys.
right.
Terry, how much fun managing, like, how much fun is managing to you with this group? I mean, they seem, it just outside looking at it, it seems like they make your job really enjoyable.
Yeah, I mean, we could spread some games out, but no, I get your point. I like this group. I think we all do. Me and all the coaches and Chris and Cherney and the guys. You know, there are no guarantees. I mean, the way we win is hard, but it beats the hell out of losing. And, you know, I tell them all the time, you know, if they just play the game the way they're supposed to, regardless of what our record is, we'll stay together and we'll fight through stuff and we'll figure stuff out together. And that's kind of how I feel. But it is a good feeling when you kind of have an affection for how our guys play and how they go about it. Yeah.
Tito, with his track record against you guys, Garrett Cole, is he a little bit of a throwback? And then in the day and age of spinning, he's the guy that kind of comes out of his fastball.
But unfortunately, he can spin it also. He's got, you know, the 97, 98 down fastball, up fastball, gives him two different looks, two different breaking balls, change up. He's a throwback to maybe like Nolan Ryan. I mean, he's pretty good. We're gonna have to make him work for everything he gets. Like last night, I thought we did a good job. We only had one hit or two hits, but we got his pitch count up real high, so that helped.
Bullpen wise, is there anybody you have to stay away from, or?
I don't know. We're gonna go. We got Karinchak and Clase have been 2 days in a row, but not a ton of pitches. We'll go look. We need to be careful though, because with a day game tomorrow and potentially, you know, depends who pitches tonight. We just need to keep an eye on it.
How does it feel being back in Cleveland and having all these back-to-back games, knowing that how last year went and it was so great for you guys? Like, are you guys looking forward to what's expected for the season, like the future?
Ooh, I kind of lost you there. I mean, I don't know when you say back-to-back games. I mean, that's just what the schedule says. Like when we come home, we usually play more than one. And now we're gonna leave on Friday and go play away, and we'll be excited to play there too. We don't get too wrapped up into down the road though and everything. We just think if we try to win tonight, because we're gonna have our hands full doing that. We do that well enough. Those types of questions will answer themselves.
Start tomorrow, that has worked out the way you intended it to.
Well, we're not sure yet. He's in the bullpen tonight. We got to get there.
Have any thoughts on Cash's team starting out 10-0?
Obviously, he's not working with the hitters. It's amazing, man. I mean, they're pitching their ass off and their best guy hasn't even pitched yet. I don't want to give him any credit. That's it. Yeah.